Whilst the boys have been training in the cold, I've been training hard in Australia to keep up. And whilst on my journey in the World Cup, I bumped into some old teammates and some real legends of the Leeds Rhinos club. And of course, James Segeyaro. There's been a lot of talk of PNG guys and how strong they are in this World Cup, and I reckon Leeds had one of the best ever in this guy, Marcus Bai. How are you, Marcus? You alright?
I'm very good, thanks.
PNG have been fantastic in this World Cup. I know it's obviously ended for them today against England, but I think as a narrative there's been some real passion out there from PNG.
Yeah, we did. Obviously back home, and we had 3 games there, and unfortunately, England was just too classy for us today. And
as one of the wise old owls who's been there and done it all, do they all ask you? Do they all ask you for advice?
There's no advice, to be honest. I mean, Leeds boys, since 2004, the boys never looked back, and you're part of that in the grand final, and I'm just glad to be part of Leeds, the Rhinos, and we never look back. So this year is another great year for. I met up with Brian Mac in PNG as well for a week, and we talk about the old times as well. So
it's a legend, mate. And me and you have played in some World Club challenges together. You've obviously played for Melbourne and Leeds. We're coming over to play again in February. Are you going to try and get across to see it?
I'll be here to watch more games here in Amy Park. So will be good to sit up and watch the boys give it to each other.
Absolutely, mate. I've got a new Rhinos kit. Will you just hold that up for camera? What do you think to the new Rhinos kit this year?
It's always the same, isn't it?
It's always the same.
It's always the same with you touch this gears there. You wear it with pride, and
absolutely.
What a jersey. We all came together, and you boys were young boys, and Danny Maguire. It was great to see him win a grand final, Rob Barrow, and it was great to see them go out, obviously with Leeds colours and as a winner.
I've just caught up with Marcus Bai, one famous PNG guy who played at Leeds. We've got another one here who was an outstanding player, probably finished in unfortunate circumstances or controversial, but I found him. He's here, Segeyaro. How are you going? Are you alright?
Good mate. Tough loss that. England would have called the team, and we just didn't hold the ball, and they just kept turning up. You can't give cheap ball like that; they'll just put points in you. So all around, it was a great experience. Something that I always remember, especially having them 3 games at Papua New Guinea.
Yeah. And this last, I know you've been watching a bit of Leeds as well. Obviously, we went on to win it. It just congratulated us. I know you left and went there, but have you been watching, following Leeds recently?
Yeah, well, I've always followed the Facebook site, so I see all the highlights and stuff like that. And congratulations to you on it. You deserve all accolades to get such a great team and great players and just a great organisation. So obviously it wasn't the best of terms left, but I definitely still got love for you. You showed me a great time over there, especially with the fans. The fans definitely embraced it. So it wasn't the way I wanted to leave, but that's what happens, and that's rugby league.
Back 8 or 9 years ago when Brian McClennan came to Leeds to coach us, I used to talk to him about my fishing stories, tell him that I love fishing in them little commercial buckets almost, fishing in a barrel up in and around Yorkshire and Leeds, and he'd tell me some real stories out on the waves in the boats catching kingfish and snapper, and he'd show me the magazines and always vowed to take me out one day, and here we are, we're here, we're on the boat, I'm meeting the legend back up and he's taken me out. We've caught a few as well. I'm so excited. Bluey, it's great to see you. How are you, and how often do you manage to get out on this boat?
Mate, it's great to see you, Jonesy, and glad to make on that promise there for you, brother.
Absolutely,
so it's awesome.
A great day, thank you.
Mate, I try and get out once every couple of weeks, and there's different seasons in it, and just love getting out on the water. I can launch that thing by myself and get it back on by myself, so if I can't find anybody, or off I go on my own. But always try and pick up a neighbour or one of my boys, and that's awesome.
There's still a few players. I think I'm the last man standing now since you coached as well. There's people like Ryan, obviously, and Ablett. But from that 2004 team, it is diminishing. But one thing that always sticks in my mind was something that you brought, and I think it's Kevin Sinfield's staple philosophy, and that is to be a champion on the field. First, you have to be a champion at home. And again, I'm going back to it. It is really important because places like this is where it starts, isn't it? And having that fun and that camaraderie, and it works on the pitch. It's what wins trophies.
Yeah, if you're happy off the field, you're happy on the field, and you can't be a mug all week and then be a champion on game day, can you? So you've got to live it off the field, and Leeds does that naturally, you know, like pick a whole lot of good people and, you know, good things will happen. So just, I've really been wrapped since I've been back. I always watch all the Rhinos games and just been fantastic to see all the boys just carry on and have great success.
Did you watch much of the season? You've been following the Rhinos last couple of years?
Yeah, I have, and you know, I know the club went through a tough times, but sometimes they're times that are needed, you know. And, so, you know, and everyone stuck solid. And out of this, you can only imagine things are going to get better next year. You know, I know they're losing two greats in Robbie Barrow and Danny Maguire, but the youth coming through, they've learned from really good people. You know, and if you just got to be a champion off the field, you really do, and it does translate onto the field.
Absolutely. Well, I can feel myself getting deeper into the sea. I don't know if the tide's coming in.
Tide is coming in.
This boat's going to end up floating back out, and Bluey's going to get to do some media work as well. So thank you very much. Absolutely fabulous to see you again, and thank you for taking us out. Yes, I've found him. He's like the New Zealand unicorn, Ali Lauitiiti. Hardest man in New Zealand to get hold of, but it's good as well that it's happened on a Sunday, because this guy was the first guy to take me to church and was the vehicle, the shepherd, if you like, to becoming a Christian, which changed my life. And it's great to see you, Ali. How are you, pal?
Nah, good, thank you. Good to see you and Simo.
Just tell me, we've just come up to this amazing spot in New Zealand where it's, I don't know, there's lots of little old volcanoes knocking about, big mounds that Ali reckons are still live. I hope this one's not live, but you still keep tabs on Rhinos, don't you, pal?
Yeah, definitely. Good to see them make the finals and prove some people wrong again. Good to see Magsy and Rob leave on high. So definitely can still watch the boys.
I do miss Rob and I miss Magsy. We've caught up with Brian McClennan, Bluey. Family well?
Yeah, family's well, thank you, Jonesy.
And what are you doing now? What are you doing in terms of work? You're not involved in Rugby League anymore?
Nah, not really. I just kind of help out here and there, but I just work with the community. I work with the social service Pacifica provider here in Auckland, so just doing things with the kids and trying to help them and give back something to the community. That's
an Lauitiiti for you, isn't it? Always giving back. Mr. Philanthropist, benevolent to the end. Great to see you, buddy.
Thank you, Jonesy.
Cheers, buddy. Whilst I've been here in Australia, I've met some really fantastic ex-Leeds Rhinos players. People like Ali Lauitiiti, Brian McClennan, James Segeyaro, Marcus Bai, and now I've got another really special one right here sat next to me. He's a proper fan's favourite. He's, of course, Matt Adamson. Matty, how are you, pal? I've just heard you speak sport really well. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, look, anytime JJB I can get involved with the Leeds Rhinos, whether it's in the UK or back home, mate, I'm there, you know, heart and soul imprinted, because I have such a love for this great club.
Have you still been following Leeds, and did you see the grand final?
Yeah, I did, mate, of course. You know, and I still talk to Danny, still talk to Rob on social media. You know, their lives have evolved to where I was back when I first came to the club. They were young 18, 19-year-old kids, you know, like yourself, then our husbands, then our fathers. So it's been really nice in that journey, and I guess I don't have a love for social media, but I guess that's what social media brings, that I've seen Rob's kids, Danny's children, you know, this part of their life evolve. Cindy, you know, and I've been back 6 times. We had the 10-year celebration in 2015. But it's just been awesome, Jamie, to have that constant, you know, contact with guys, even if it's, you know, a couple of times a year. Just to know that there's that mutual respect on other sides of the world for something we did, something we enjoyed together, something we loved together. But I speak to Gary probably 100 times a year, whether it's through text or message, or if he's asking me about Australian-based players. There's always been that affiliation. So I sort of, in some way, feel like there's been a continual involvement with the club. You know, as you know, mate, I have a love and a passion for the club. I would do anything for the club at the drop of a hat.
In February, coming back to play against Melbourne Storm, obviously, is that something you might be coming down to see? And what do we need to do to get over that mighty Melbourne team?
what do Leeds need to do to beat the Melbourne Storm? Well, it's the same as what we just talked about with England and Australia. To beat Melbourne, you can't play their game.
Yep.
You cannot play their game. You can't play that. Don't play the arm wrestle. Don't play the kicking game. Don't play the structural systems. You need to win the ruck. You need to find ways to win the ruck, to put their defensive structure, because their defensive structure is unwavering. You need to find ways to impact that and put them off their natural game. They want the defensive line to be consistent. They want it to be in continuity all the time, so they have control. So you need to take that control away from the Melbourne Storm. How you do that? Well, we'll talk about that off air.
We've got it covered. Me and Matt are off for a little bit of a chat.